Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Jess, the Mystical Cat. This is your December 2017 reading. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope many of you are having beautiful plans for the end of year. Wishing you all the best. Remember to create your inspirational list for the next year. Many beautiful things coming for 2018 for many of the signs. I hope you guys are ready for the positive changes. Just trying to see if there's any messages channeling from source before I get directly into the reading. If not, we're just going to get right into it. Ooh, there is a few messages. We have the Page of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Just checking to see if there's anything else. I do want to say that many of you are like in a dating energy. You guys are in a dating energy. This also jumped up by itself. What I mean by dating energy is that even if you're in a relationship, I feel like you guys need to get it out of your system. That's how it's feeling to me. Like you even if you're not dating anyone else, if you're in a committed relationship, I feel like you're at a point right now where you need the attention. You need the attention from others. You need to feel loved. You need to feel liked. You need to feel appreciated. Maybe you've been alone for a long time. Or maybe you've been with the same partner for so long that you don't feel appreciated or attractive anymore. And I feel like you're feeling like you need that. You need that attention from other people. You've been enclosed and focused on your goals and your financial stability and moving up ahead in life, that you have ignored this part of you that is so fundamental to your personality. So I feel like you might be a little flirtatious. And you might be talking to a few people at the same time, but you're not really acting on it. You just need that self-confidence boost at this time, if that makes any sense. And that is okay, Aries. That is just fine. So let's see what's in the cards for you guys for December 2017. Four of Swords and the Hangman. We also have the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, also reminding you again as it jumped out. And let me lay out the rest of the cards and I will continue to read them to you as I lay them out. Okay, so we have here the Highest Priestess and the Page of Pentacles, as well with the Seven of Cups, the Hangman, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles. So many pentacles covering you. That is a lot of financial stability, Aries. I see beautiful things. Let me move along. I see the Ace of Swords next to the Two of Swords, and the Four of Wands next to the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Framing at the bottom of your reading, the Four of Swords next to the Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Judgment card. So at the top, I see that you guys, many of you are entrepreneurial. So I feel like many of you have always, Aries have a very, very spunky and on point intuition. You guys know how to read people very, very well. And you just get these feelings when it comes to situations, to people, to things that are going to happen. And I feel like that's been your technique for the majority of the time. Even though you pride yourself in being analytical, I feel that many of you have used your sixth sense to guide you through life for a very long time, Aries. But I do feel like now you're trying to be more methodical. So there is a methodology for you right now. You want to be able to justify where you're going and how, but I feel like this is so out of your element that it's being hard for you to actually pin down and trace things when it comes to just justifying with like hard numbers and things of that sort. I feel like this has you a bit confused and a bit tied down, because you don't really know where to go. I mean, it's not, you're a very smart person, Aries, but I feel like you also need that psychic element to you. It's just second nature. So don't block it out. Having that second nature, spiritual, psychic ability doesn't mean that you don't have an analytical sense in you. So just combine the two of them like you've been doing so that you can actually get what you want and get where you want to be, because I do feel like you need to follow your intuition very well to get the things that you want. I do see that many of you are flying really, really fast. You guys are taking a quick trip. Something that just comes in as a blessing, like you really need to take this trip. I do feel like a lot of you are getting a lot of money. Most of you are definitely getting a raise or a new job that is going to be paying a lot of more substantial money compared to what you were making when the beginning of the year started in 2017, Aries. Next to the Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, a lot of grounding energy and a lot of money coming your way. I do feel like there's contracts being signed, and I do feel like you will be assigned to work with someone else, with two other people. Even if you work with people, maybe you work more independently. I do feel like you will be working more in a team setting than by yourself. So there might be some sort of restructuring, but with the restructure comes more pay. So I do feel like this might be something you weren't expecting, or something that feels like you're being demoted, or that you're being pushed to a certain level that you weren't at. But I feel like that is not the case. I feel like you're not seeing things the way they should be. So just remember to release the ego, because this is a very good thing coming to you when it comes to financial matters, Aries. I also see family reunions. I see a man or a woman that is very spiritual, but it's also very, very charismatic and is like the party animal. Not the party animal, but let's say it's like the life of the party. But I do feel like this person is always a person that touches you in such a way that makes you get connected to who you are internally, to your soul. I also feel like in this travel or in this journey that you're going to take, or whatever, maybe people are traveling to you, I do feel that there might be tension with a woman that might be slightly older than you. And then again, remember, this is a general reading and I read it based on the energy that I'm picking up from the cards and the messages that I'm getting. I do feel like there might be some tension with a woman or a male, but I'm feeling it more a female energy. There is tension bottled up, and it's tension based on like a history that the two of you have had together. This person is older than you, and I feel like there has been a history between the two of you, and I feel like this is a family member relative to you that might, I don't know. I feel like you guys need to release that. And by release that, I don't mean looking the other way and keep it moving, because I do recommend that sometimes that's the only way to do it. But I do feel, Aries, that you guys need to actually speak through this, or you need to like clear the air when it comes to whatever situation I'm speaking about. If this relates to you in any way, I feel like the cards need to be laid on the table, and you need to actually speak about what's bothering you, and the person should do the same thing, because I feel like that animosity is going to continue to creep into the relationship or into the family atmosphere if you don't clarify it. I also feel like I had mentioned before, you guys are born with a beautiful sense of intuition. You guys have a very good perception of the world, of life, of human nature, of human behavior. And I feel like that is something that you need to embrace. You need to honor that within you, because it's really important. It's a very important aspect of you, and it's a very important aspect that makes you successful. I also feel like you're usually more of a hands-on doer. I'll do it myself. I'll learn it myself. But I do feel like some of you are going to be considering maybe taking a course, or maybe going through a more traditional route of learning things, maybe going to college, or maybe doing an online course, or doing something that is more structured. I do feel like you want to learn a specific method or a specific training of some sort, and I do feel like many of you are going to do that. I also feel like you're going to be a bit frustrated with yourself because you're not going to know exactly what you want to do, and I don't know if it relates to what I just spoke about or it relates to something else in your life. But I do feel like many of you are going to be like annoyed at yourself because there's like so much going on in your mind that you don't really know where to look. So the answer to your question, if that was a question of yours, or if you were thinking like, well, how do I stop being annoyed at myself? The answer to that is press pause. You need to relax and you need to think. You need to think and meditate to yourself to know what exactly you want to do next. Because sometimes the answers are only within ourselves. No one else can give you the answers. I also feel here like there might be some sort of disruption in a relationship with a male figure or with a person that has such a strong energy. And I feel like it's a person that might want to try to tell you what to do or try to dictate your life or a certain specific situation or decision that you have to do. And I feel like that is going to cause a break or disruption between you and that person. I also feel here or see here a message, a general message for Aries. If you guys are in a relationship with someone, I feel like the universe is telling you that person loves you. Whoever you're thinking about in this moment when you're looking at this reading, and when I said if you're in a relationship with someone, even if you're not in a relationship with that person, the person that first came to mind, that is the person that the universe is telling you right now. They do love you. There is something in that person. They're in love with you. They want to have a relationship with you. There is a real connection there. I do see you traveling home. I see you guys traveling to see family. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be so quick, but I do feel like you do need that to like lift your spirits. I feel like you need to realize that you're at a good position right now. Maybe you're comparing yourself to others in sense of luck, Aries, and I feel like you need to look at first your standing. And sometimes you can't judge a person's situation from what you see from the outside because you don't really know what that person's going through. So I feel like maybe you're starting to compare your successes to other people's successes, Aries, and I feel like if another person is successful, it doesn't make you any less successful than them. It's just that everyone else has a different path and a different journey. So I feel like you need to look at your own successes to judge how successful you really are. You can't compare it to your coworkers, your friends, your family members, because that there is always going to be someone that has more than you or has less than you so that is not a good benchmark. So I feel like you need to look at the beautiful things in your life regardless of other people's paths, because your path is still just as beautiful and still just as lucky, even if someone else won the lottery, if that makes any sense. I also see here there is a project or maybe a trip specific to 3 people. Maybe these are friends. I think these are friends, and I do see there is a lot of verbal communication going back and forth about this specific situation, but I do feel like this happens. Whatever you're thinking, if you're planning a trip, if you're planning a project, getting away, sleepover, whatever it is. I know that sounds silly, but whatever you're planning with a group of friends, specifically 3, might be more, might be less, but I do feel like I feel the energy of the 3, so maybe there is a big message of Jupiter, and Jupiter likes to travel. So I do feel like whatever travels or projects that are related to a group of friends will actually happen, and that is something good. It might be a bit stressful. It might be a lot of back and forth and not people agreeing into whatever they're going to do, but I feel like you guys are going to end up agreeing and doing something good. See you guys closing the year very financial stable. So I do feel like many of you are going to get a big boost in your income, and I do want to say that income is related to your job. And I don't want to say that many of you are looking for a new job because I don't feel you are moving away from your job. I feel like this is a tenured situation, and I do feel like you're going from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So there is some sort of growth before the closing of the year. I hope you guys have a wonderful end of year. Happy holidays, like I said before. Have a beautiful December, Aries. And remember to please comment, share, and subscribe. Also, hit the like button if any of my messages resonated with you. Have a great, great December. Namaste.